If you enjoy farm podcasts, then tune into Carrot Cash Flow for all things farm business. Join us as we explore the latest trends, tips, and stories from market farmers running businesses just like yours. Whether you're a seasoned farmer or just starting out, our podcast has something for everyone. Listen in and grow with us. Available on all major podcast platforms. Don't miss out. Subscribe to Carrot Cash Flow today. From a business standpoint, the great thing about this mix is I'm assuming you don't have set ratios or set recipe. So you can float based upon what's ready in the field, seasonality, all that type of stuff. It's all Mizuno. The last crop was rubbish the way it germinated. We're light on it. Let's fill it in with this. And you have this forgiving mix that can take whatever you throw at it. And if we go back to my early days when you started listening, permaculture, it's like redundancy, diversity of systems. If you have 13 different crops, some perennial, some annual, some started at different times, you have all this redundancy within the system. Odds of all 13 doing poor at any one time are low. You're probably going to get 7 or 8 that do well that week. Those 7 or 8 go in the mix. And then the next week it rotates, so it floats. Has that made it much easier to manage?
Okay. And like I said before, I'm not a systems person. I prefer to operate in a very creative, somewhat responsive way. The most solid feature of the production is the microgreens. They're so reliable. The quick 10-day turnaround, I can bump it up really quickly if I can see that there's a weather event coming, or if I've got a huge order for an event planned, I will treble and quadruple the microgreens.
That's the great thing about those, right? You have short cycles, 7 to 12-day cycles.
Yep.
So you can do seed to harvest real quick.
Through the really bad, the really slow, wet summer months, we have hail and incredible storms and heat always in December, January. And I used to close down for that 8 weeks and tarp everything. But now I just take most of it indoors and we'll make a whole salad out of summer thriving flowers. So marigolds, for example, sunflower, radish and pea, and the perennials. And the chefs love it. They think it's a much higher quality salad than when they're getting all of the normal field crops, the mazuna and the mustards.
I can see that, right? Like the microgreens look a little higher once you start adding flowers to it. I just think value add, because where are you going to see flowers typically in a dish? You're not going to see it at a fast casual place. You're going to probably see it at some sort of Michelin star thing where they're tweezing it onto a plate. Exactly.
But they also have to buy those flowers in a punnet, and they're usually days and days out when they're delivered, whereas this is delivered within 24 hours. The flowers are already in the mix. They look like confetti. The flowers aren't really important as far as nutrition goes, obviously. That's just it's a nice branding gimmick. And it's also, it makes your meal a bit more fun. That consistency of the microgreens also is because they are so heavy. All of the pea, the sunflower, and the radish are really reliable. Sometimes the elk mustard will yield at about half that weight.
Yeah, they're so dense. Sunflower seeds, I'm thinking of that. Sunflower shoots, right? You're carrying a lot of weight there.
Yeah.
Flowers. What flowers have you found successful to use in these types of mixes?
So I use 3 different flowers, and then there are some others that we add in when we get the opportunity. Every now and then, so the standards are the marigold. So oranges and reds, I really love the African marigolds, which have got a nice big flower, and they will flower for a very long time, and they're self-seeding. So they just pop up wherever they like. And I have got some growing in raised beds so that, because I'm a little old lady, they're easier to pick. And we always use the dianthus, which I don't love. They're light and a bit fiddly to pick, but they really add an unusual pink color to the salad. And there are always some pineapple sage flowers around. really nice to drop in there for its peppermint is rocket flowers or mustard flowers. So every now and then, if we get an aphid pressure, we'll let a bed go to flower to bring in the lady beetles. And beautiful big buds of the rocket or the mustard, it's going to come out in a pale pink or a yellow. It's really attractive in the salad. It makes it look even a little bit more wild and feral.
And when you get a marigold head, flower head there, it's just quick, pull the petals apart.
Yes, really quick. Yep, exactly. Yeah, you do see a lot of edible flowers sold as whole. I don't think you could ever do that with the marigold, but the dianthus as well, we pull off. So it's just something that is edible and not bitter.
Hello, growers. Looking for a simple way to supercharge your diet with powerful nutrients? Meet broccoli microgreens. These tiny sprouts pack 10 to 100 times more nutrition than mature broccoli, making them a true superfood. With their mild flavor, broccoli microgreens can be added to any meal or smoothie, giving you a tasty health boost. They're easy to grow, ready in just 7 to 9 days, and thrive in various environments. Rich in sulforaphane, calcium, vitamin C, vitamin A, iron. They protect your cells and fight inflammation. Perfect for boosting your health goals or as a market crop. Start growing them today and experience the benefits. Get 100% organic, pathogen-tested and pathogen-free broccoli microgreen seeds at shop.moderngrower.co or using the link below.